Mickey Bey, what's up?
Oh, what's up with you? What's going on?
Man, that smile on your face, huh? So I want to get into the fight, man. Like, who's training you? Look at this. Come on, Trap, put the camera on. Look, who's training you?
Well, Mark II Sharp Johnson, he's gonna be my head trainer.
Does he know already? Because you took a long time to answer that.
Yeah, we worked together before, but he was at the press conference that we did. And I got Kevin Henry and my guy B. You know, I got a little training team, man. I'm a veteran, so I've been training, so I'm my own trainer too as well. So
So obviously people didn't think that this was gonna happen, and now it is official. I mean, there's been announcements. You're wearing shirts. There's fight posters. This fight's happening in Ghana. It's you versus Tevin Farmer. I mean, how do you feel now that it's actually official and announced?
Oh, it's gonna be huger than people think. Like it's we didn't even announce we having a whole event in Ghana.
What do you mean by event?
The whole weekend is gonna be like our weekend. We got a couple of the best artists performing. Like,
oh wow,
yeah.
Okay.
Like, I'll show you. I'll just show you because one of them is still
tentative.
It's kind of in the air.
Yeah.
But hold on, I'll show you right now. So this really gonna be shocking to people.
I'm trying to see. Oh wow!
Look at that!
Wow!
So this going
wow, that's huge.
Yeah. So this something that
you may have to read the bottom because I had to read.
No, I see. I see. Okay, I see one, but I might have to read like you said. Okay. I mean, okay. The first one is huge.
I think the first two.
I'm older than him, so I don't know.
Some of them.
Right. I know that first one. But I'm more, it's bigger for me that this is the first fight ever with Sprite. I think that's huge.
Right, yeah, so.
I think that's amazing. Like, I'm praying for you guys to exceed expectations. I don't want Sprite to turn their back on boxing. Like, you've brought one of the biggest corporations in the boxing, and we haven't seen that before. Like, Ryan did it with Gatorade, but like Sprite is Coca-Cola.
Right.
I just want to know how the fuck you did it.
Man,
who's in charge? Like, who brought Sprite to the table?
I'm a credit, the whole me, Farmer, and my other two guys, EJ and Shantae, partnered up. We all got crazy connections, and me being inspired and my guys being inspired, they out of the Midwest too. My partners out of Michigan. We all been inspired by Al Heyman and Don King, who's both from my backyard. So, I know both of their backstories, and I know how Al got big. I remember his first concert. He had Budweiser. I don't know, you might remember the Budweiser Fest. That was the biggest. So we thought up something like that, and this is kind of similar on the boxing side, like dang, Sprite. But
how'd you get Sprite to get involved? Like, so many years they haven't ever endorsed boxing or fighters.
People do the same thing. Like, it's all the same. Like, it's cool fights. They just throw.
So you're saying they were interested because it's in Ghana?
It's a whole. It's a whole.
It's an event. No, I mean seeing those artists, that's an event.
Yeah. And
so this is a weekend in Ghana. The way you're selling it, so like a weekend or a week in Ghana. Is it music and boxing is the cherry on top, or is it boxing?
Well, it's gonna be separate days.
Okay.
Too. So but boxing is so rich of a culture in Ghana. I mean, it's like. It's super rich. We fighting in like a 60,000 seat stadium too.
Yeah, we pulled it up. What's the name of the? It's Bigger Than Life Entertainment, right?
Yes, Bigger Than Life Entertainment.
Bey Brother Promotions and Tevin Farmer. Yeah, it's all. Well,
why
I forget
Ghana?
the name of the arena.
Obviously, it's money, but
they kind of showed the best interest in the, because it could have been in Saudi Arabia, a lot of other places, Dubai.
What?
It could have been here.
So that's why I was asking, because when I went on Bigger Than Life website, they seem to be partnered with numerous venues across the world.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of interested on how that came about, and where their interest came in for that fight. Because, like I said, when I saw that they were worldwide, I'm like, wow, like,
Right.
And then
This is huge, bro.
So can I get a screen share?
To me, I've been in this sport for a minute. I never seen outside of Ryan and Gatorade. Who else did we say? Canelo and Hennessy. And Hennessy isn't Sprite. Like Hennessy's for adults. Like I love that you guys brought Sprite. I just want to know more. Like why were they interested? Were they still on board if it wasn't Ghana? Are you guys doing business moving forward? Win or lose, does Bey Brothers still work with Sprite?
I'm gonna put it to you like this. How we collectively came together and done this, we plan to do some huge things in boxing. Like this not it. Like that really was my goal in boxing. Like I say, I started training for Devin. Like, but being a promoter or like a advisor like Al or one of them or Bob Arum, that's really my thing because it's hard for fighters to do it because most of them.
Man, you brought me a shirt. How you over here?
Oh no, I got both. I got both of y'all. But these
look good.
No, I got these at the spur of the moment in the press conference. But I'll have y'all some by next week. Yup.
Those things. I like the fight poster. I mean, I like everything that you guys got going on. I really am excited for y'all, man.
Yeah, like and not to, I ain't the person that brag about business or numbers, but this big because we all splitting this like
50-50.
Yeah, like so, this something and we both was free agents. That's what made this possible.
And to be clear, the only promoter's license being used is yours. It's not a co-promotion. It's Bey Brothers promotion.
No, it's a co-promotion though. Yeah,
well,
BTLE, the bigger than life.
Bigger than life.
Bey Brothers Promotions and Tevin Farmer's starting up his thing. So we all collectively to make it easy. When Tevin and them knew I was serious about fighting them, then I kind of was like, well, why don't we do this to make it even? We don't gotta go back and forth on negotiation. We just cutting everything down the middle.
And that was easy to get him to agree to because it sounds like he was bringing you this opportunity.
No, I actually brought him the opportunity.
So you had the Sprite Connect and the Ghana Connect.
Yeah, I brought it to him. Yeah.
Wow.
He agreed, but I credit him for because he got his hand in it. We got some huge stuff coming in that he set up as well. Like he got Gilly and Wallow.
Gilly the Kid.
I put it like this: we finna change some stuff in boxing.
Gilly the Kid.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, we finna change some stuff. Like believe me, but see, the thing is that is being selfless. Like even though you see what Tank going through right now.
Right.
That shouldn't have to. It shouldn't have to be like that. But a lot of fighters and probably stars and athletes, period, they don't know how to step aside and let somebody else shine, or they want to keep everything to themselves. But me, I'd rather have 50 or 100 or 30 or 20 other superstars than myself. It's only one me. Why would I want to hog everything when I could spread it around and do big things? So I got so many plans. I got so much stuff up my sleeve that it's ridiculous. Like, I mean, that was just one thing I showed you. Just some other crazy stuff. Like if I, in about a week or 2 weeks, it's gonna be just off the charts.
Right. When are you planning on getting out there?
Definitely, probably at least like 10 to 14 days early, probably.
Okay.
Yup.
Okay. You excited for that to go out there and stadium fight at this point in your career?
Yeah, because that's history as well. Like, man, I preserved my body. I don't even know how it's a blessing, I guess, because, I had so many layoffs in my career because of business, but I always knew the part that I can control is myself. Like, okay, if I keep myself right, even though I've been off, I've been training all them good fighters, kind of kept me sharp just being around them. But yeah, it's a tall task as far as the fight. But man, I'm probably better than I was because I really never even had this long to train. But coming off a layoff at my age, I think is history, and it should be motivating for young guys to see, man, this dude took care of himself at 38 years old. He performing like I'm in my 20s.
Right.
But is on top of that, just what we bring it on the business side, and we willing to help other serious and top fighters around the world as well. So after this fight, we gonna continue to do stuff all over the world.
So Bigger Than Life, explain to us who that is, because obviously when you mention all these different cities, I saw that they had venues that they were partnered with throughout the world. And then I saw they had, like, on their website at least, they have Truck, Montana Love, Darren Cunningham, and Sean Simpson, fighters that I'm all familiar with. So who exactly is Bigger Than Life, and what is their role in this event?
Well, actually, them a couple friends of mine, we did an event or two together.
Okay. So was that Atlanta event? Was that them as well?
Yeah, they did. Yup, they did one of those with us. Where we had Darren and Truck. I had Darren on one of the cards, a CBS sports card. That was early in the pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah, I had Darren
in Mississippi, right?
Yeah, in Mississippi. Yup. So, them just friends of mine, and I believe in giving opportunities. I hear people out, and when somebody hungry and we could partner up and all, they brought, I credit them, for Sprite, because they had that plug.
Okay.
But we all sat down together. I brought them to fight, and me and Tevin, because we said, well, we agreed to it. Now, every big promoter wanted to fight, so that was easy to put on. But by me and Tevin both being free agents and businessmen, we like what they was talking about. We partnered up. I mean, it been every week it's gonna be like just getting bigger and bigger. So, it's just a blessing how this came together.
Right here, let me get that screenshot. This is the stadium you guys will be fighting in.
Outdoors.
Obviously, I'll let you say it. Would you call this the biggest fight of your career, Mick?
Pretty much, because I think this is going to be a door to the future. You can't fight forever. I'm blessed just to still be able to fight at a high level now. But this is my opportunity to really help and break into the game as a top business guy, but I'm willing to work with any promoter, and even show them some stuff, because it's a lot of holes. It's a lot of, not really show them, because I can't give them certain recipes, but I'm willing to work with, with promoters, and, it's time for some new stuff, and some changes. Other sports stay evolving, like basketball, football. Boxing, people got to become more selfless to make it a better sport. And me and Tevin and BTLE, we gonna show people that it's that simple. When you just sit down and agree and just get it done, then this can be the best sport in the world again.
Well, you're saying that you'd work with other promoters. I'm just curious, what was it about Bigger Than Life? Because you said that a bunch of different promoters wanted to. Well,
because they wouldn't say, oh, we going to split this a third. They wouldn't have done that. It would have been a good purse, but that's it. Like, this is like we getting a piece of everything.
I got you.
Like pay-per-view, the gate, that stadium, a third of that, all of that money. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, usually you wouldn't explain all of that, but this the boxing voice, so I'm gonna go ahead and
let's go.
So everybody was selfless in this to get it done, because they got the hunger, we got the hunger. So I think something huge is gonna be spawned from this. After this, we're gonna keep it going and keep putting on big fights together.
No, that's huge. So go ahead.
Who is Music Time?
Well, actually this gonna be this actually will be up in a couple hours, so you're gonna be able to go to that's our pay-per-view.
I'm already there. You talking about Music Time?
No, this
pay-per-view.com?
But I'm saying you're gonna be able to go to that just to make it simple.
Oh,
that's
beautiful.
Gonna be up in a couple hours.
Beautiful. Hyperlink that's gonna say Farmer versus Bey pay-per-view.com is how you can buy this in a few hours.
Yeah. And it's real affordable. We not trying to get it. We $30.
Yeah, like, you can get screen share. It's already up if you go to musictimepayperview.com. You can see I'm just again wowed
so
by
this-
seeing that Sprite
Just the
logo.
question: y'all gonna be able to make it over? Y'all gonna be able to hit that, then go to Devin fight?
Man, well,
That's-
shit. I feel like we the ones put the fight together. I feel like they should be flying us over there. Goddamn it! Come on, Mick. Talk to bigger than life, and let's holler at
How,
you.
how are you doing it? Because is it far? How many hours is it?
Bro, I looked it
Is
up.
it 5 only or 6?
You
Nah, hell
no.
no.
You would have to go from New York. We'd have to go from here to New York and then New York.
How many hours from New York?
Non-stop to Accra. I think it was like 7.
Oh,
Oh, that's
7.
it?
7
I thought
ain't
it was
bad.
like 9 or 10. I don't know.
Let me double check that.
Have
But
you
yeah,
got-
that's what we gonna do.
Have you did
Probably
your
go from
travel
the
plans
East Coast.
already?
No, not yet. But that's the plan, though, is to go from New York.
So you're
Yeah,
gonna
the
get some
East
rounds in with Dre. You're gonna go get a little something with Dre before you fly out, or you just stopping in New York?
Yeah, I probably stop in. You know, of course, that's family. So, of course, I probably see him. He might even be coming over. So, yeah, definitely. I got a lot of people from here coming over.
Oh, I lied. Yeah, that's the 10 hours.
But that
From
ain't
New
even
York.
that bad, to
From
be
New York.
honest. Like, but
No, not as bad as Australia. That
Yeah.
shit's 17 hours.
right, yeah.
So
nah,
what
that's
is
just-
Sprite's commitment, man? I want to know. What is Sprite's commitment? Like,
man,
what are they
I-
saying they're doing? Are they gonna put?
Well, shout out, man, because they definitely putting the bag up.
Okay,
for
so
sure.
financially, but are
yeah,
they
putting
doing
the bag
any?
up, but-
Are they doing any sort of advertisement promotion? Did they agree to do any
Well,
of that?
everything is still, yeah, they definitely, especially over there.
Did they set up those artists? Because I know for a fact that one of them
Yeah.
did. Okay.
One of them works with Sprite?
Well, we all set it up, but of course they the ones that's putting the
money
the
up
bag
and-
is
yeah,
the
okay.
shout out to them because they definitely putting the mean bag up for sure. So.
How'd that happen? How'd you connect with these people and become?
Well,
you
like
know-
I say, BTLE, my partners over there, they had that plug. Man, between us, we got so many connections. It's crazy. Like even the guys I grew up with, Rich and LeBron and them is, with Sprite as well. So that's a big thing.
Huge. So if you win, what's next? Because I mean, now you got like people behind you. You
Yeah.
can. I know it's late in your career, but
Right.
yo, better late than
I'm
never.
having some fun. Yeah, good thing I'm preserved. Honestly, I don't want to do too many more fights because I definitely want to. Maybe like I'll see maybe a couple more, 3. Maybe I can win another title. Once Devin beat dude and go up in weight. That's the only guy I won't fight is Devin, of course. But I'll see doing a couple more, not long, because I want to keep my marbles and do this.
So this is a one fight deal, or are you in
Oh yeah.
to more than one?
Yeah, this is but of course, we might do something next. We definitely gonna put on. I mean, it's no limit, honestly. Like after the fight, we'd be able to sit down and really go back, to the.
Now this is a month out, and Tevin's been training nonstop, Mick. Like nonstop. I know we live in the world of social media, so it's like if he's posting,
Right.
we think he's working. You're not posting. We don't know if you're working. So I know none of that means nothing because you don't post doesn't mean you didn't work out, but are you working out?
Oh yeah,
Because this kid's in shape, man, and he's got redemption on his mind. He swears he's gonna be a 2-time champ.
But see, he never.
I don't think that you're.
That's the thing. He never fought nobody like me, and that's a fact in his whole life. Yeah, he's a real good fighter. But I picked him. That's what you got to realize. Like he accepted the challenge, but I chose to fight him. But at the same time, he had never fought a fighter like me. Literally, it's a literal. Most of the guys been from the UK that he fought. So with me, I fought every single, like I had over total, I probably had 250 fights in the ring, amateur, and I was at the top. My first year of boxing, I was #1 in the country. So I've been at the top forever. I fought every style, been in there with every style. Yeah, he got the youth over me, and I'm sure he trained hard. I am too. And I'm gonna start having stuff out too starting this week. I've been in trainer mode, so I haven't really cared. This is a new social media that I had. I had a way different one when I was, fighting with Mayweather Promotions and everything. But that's gonna get turned up this week. People gonna get to see stuff. But 9 times out of 10, though, still at that, training and fighting is different. I mean, I'm glad he's training hard because I am, and you know, we're gonna put a good fight on. That's one thing that we know that we both got to commit to do is putting a good fight on because that counts as well. But I'm glad he's training hard because you know, we're gonna go in there and deliver and put on. I mean, like I said, we could have both fought weaker opponents. We literally both taking the risk, you know, fighting both high level guys on both ends, and because we want to give the fans a treat. We don't want to go over there and fight a dude that's kind of mediocre where, you know, it's like an easy fight. We want to give the fans, and we doing it for an affordable price, $29.99 as well. So
that's amazing, man. I'm just shocked that it's happening in Ghana. I'm shocked that it's Sprite. Like, these are some huge things that
we even got more coming on board that's gonna shock people, to be honest.
I know the artist itself, that alone, once you guys start putting that on the flyer, I think people are gonna turn their heads, and
exactly.
Your phone's gonna start ringing off the hook. Like, yo, when you going back? Can I get on the card? Like, have you had people trying to get on the undercard?
Yeah, but it's a lot of Ghana fighters, you know. Like I say, we just kicking this off. This is the first one. You know, after this, you know, I'll be able to, you know, see what's what. You know, of course, that's my thing. You know, I'm going to definitely, you know, help put the right fighters on and the guys that's serious and you know, keep people entertained as well. You know, we don't, you know, at a certain point, you don't want those, like, upside down matches and stuff. Like, of course, fighters that just can't turn pro, you know, you got to build them and everything, but we want to get the fans. We want the fans at the edge of their seat.
Is there any plans to do a press conference in Ghana?
Yeah, I'm sure we are. Cause it's a lot of Ghana. Most of the guys on the undercard.
And do you know if you're waiting for that, like the week of the fight, just like fight week, or are you going out there before then?
Well, we going before, but
really?
Yeah, we gotta go because the time difference.
But you only got a month. I mean, a little bit more than a month. You got 7 days in a month.
Yeah. So, you know, that's kind of all it takes, really. Like, I mean, you know, like I said, at this point, man, I don't fear nothing. Like, you know, people wanted me to get a tune up and all of this and that, but man, I'm just a warrior. I want to go out there and do some stuff that people see in the movies. Like, you know, I'm ready to rock and roll. And
you want some Errol Spence shit? You don't want no tune-ups. You sure of yourself?
That's boring. Like, I want some real action. You know, once I go in here and beat Tevin, it's gonna be like one of the. I mean, that's gonna be huge. It's gonna put me like, wow. Like, I just like doing wow type things. You know, I love it. Like, I can't wait.
All right, I got a couple questions from the people. They knew you was coming on. James Valdez, San Antonio, Texas. If you could immediately receive a rematch to one of your losses, which one would it have been, and why that fighter?
If I can only pick one?
Only one.
Oh, probably Molina, because that was so easy. Like, I was just playing around and playing with the crowd. Like, that was so easy. Probably him, of course.
I got Dual Ingram in Compton says, did you see Tevin's involuntary movements in his last fight? He kept looking up uncontrollably, even during the post-fight interview. What do you think of that?
I mean, not much. Sometimes people are just born with different things. Obviously, he is a world champion. He got this far, so, you know, I'm going to just go in and kick his ass and be on point.
What's your thoughts on Fondura's performance this past weekend? This is from Young Tigre.
Wait, who?
Fondura, Sebastian, the guy that beat Lubin. You seen that fight?
Man, matter of fact, I was out with my lawyer eating dinner, getting there, getting all this, but I seen the highlights. He looked real. It's awkward because dude is 6'6". He throw all of them punches, and that's another thing. You know, if you was to see him at a grocery store, somebody think something was sweet.
Right.
So,
exactly.
you know, the looks, you can't let the looks, you know, none of that fool you. So that's the thing with Tevin. Like, okay, it's cool. He's showing this, that. He, you know, he got the youth, but yeah, that kid could go, though. So I'm looking forward to seeing him fight.
After that win, people are like, oh, he's a height bully. He's a weight bully. He shouldn't be there. How do you feel about guys that are extremely big but can make the weight?
I mean, that's crazy to me. You don't know how much he thin as heck. He can't help. He was born at his height. What he supposed to do? I mean, he can't help what he's 6'6". He can't help that. You know, shout out to Lubin too. From what I saw, he made a tough. He fought a tough fight.
Yeah, he was a dog.
Shout out to Lubin. He fought. He dropped the guy, and he did. You know, they gave the fans their money's worth. That was a good fight. But all that weight bully, I don't know where that come from. I mean, the guy was born 6'6". Like, it ain't no more to say than that. They both weighed in at 154. So.
Exactly, definitely.
I got Coach Myers, Wood in Connecticut. What's good, champ? I believe Tremaine Williams is on the card. My Connecticut brethren. How did you link with Midget to get him on the undercard? Shout out to my guy Cassius Chaney.
My partner, I think they had him on some shows like before. Like you say, you mentioned Montana. That's another kid that grew up in my city. They built his career as well. They helped build his career, like all of his fights up until Eddie Hearn. That's a real good little fighter too. Tremaine Williams, he could fight. I seen.
Yeah, he had a good fight with Angelo Leo.
Yeah, he could fight. Yup, he gonna be on the undercard. Actually, the undercard will be on CBS Sports, free.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's only your fight that's on the pay-per-view?
Nah, it's gonna be a few of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. So you got U.S. television too.
Yup. Yeah, that's gonna lead
This
into
is
the
huge,
pay-per-view.
man.
Yeah. Yup.
I love this. This is amazing for boxing, man. I'm happy. I hope Sprite sticks around and does some more boxing.
Well, I don't know about boxing because they not interested really in the people that's in it. They was more interested in
The artists.
who we dealing with. No, boxing, but not. They was interested in the people that we brought, like our team. Other promoters, I don't know how they look at them because you know, it's kind of they've been around a while, but they was interested in what we bring into boxing. So.
Well, I hope they stick around with you.
God
I mean,
willing,
at the end of the day, that's huge,
Right,
you know,
yeah.
and it's giving an outlet for other fighters that, otherwise wouldn't have television and or a big event of this. I mean, I wish we could announce that artist, man. That's huge.
Man, huge for sure.
I'll give you a hint, though. It ain't the past. Yo, Wilkeem Crespo says, are you able to train and prepare properly for Farmer with all the other things you are involved in with this fight? So it's true, because you're like a promoter now. You're like
he is too though. Tevin is helping with it too. Yeah, so I'm still putting my work in for sure. That's like,
where you training at?
I've been kind of moving around a little bit, but I'm gonna let y'all know for sure so y'all can stop up like one, But I've been going to I'm always at Bones, and I've been at City sparring and stuff. And
I was at City Saturday.
Yeah, I was there yesterday. So, I'll probably be, I was at Top Rank, but now it's kind of like camps going on and stuff like that. But I'm focused. Like this don't really, you got some guys that after they train, they out doing a whole bunch of other things outside of boxing. At least this is in the boxing. It's still, I could be in the club and all of that, but I don't, instead of that, I'm a businessman. Like, this is what I enjoy doing anyway, so.
Are you using Larry Wade as a strength and conditioning coach, or do you have your own? I'm just asking about Larry since he's local to Vegas.
Oh, no, nah.
Who you got? Because you're going to need some stamina for Tevin. He a mover.
Yeah, I'm kind of like old school. Like, I'm doing some stuff, but I've been boxing damn near 30 years now, so I kind of know a little like already. But that's my guy though, Larry. he been he been doing a good job with a lot of his fighters.
Yeah, Shane Mosley just got to win. Who trains out of Bones.
Right now I kind of know my body, so at my age I got to do it smart because you can get injured and all that kind of stuff. When you got other people that might not know. I kind of like to be in sync. But yeah, I got I got a couple people on the inside of my team, so I'm gonna definitely be in top shape. I'm in shape now, so.
I got Chick Chickarelli, who I just sent to my new producer, who says, "Sup, champ? I'm a long-time branding guy, so I'm excited to hear that Sprite is sponsoring the event. Corporations typically only sponsor big events if they can leverage their investments, so the boxing, music, and Accra Ghana market stars must have aligned. Is it multiple event deal in other markets? So is this a one-off with Sprite and or is it a multiple event deal that you're doing this one and others?
Yeah, that's what we that's what we want to do. Hopefully, yeah, it's a long-term thing. That's definitely the plan and the goal for sure.
Ruin a 504 with a tough one in New Orleans. He says, in reference to Tevin Farmer, how does a win over an unranked fighter coming off of a loss who hasn't fought in 2 years get you back in a title hunt?
I mean, he only unranked because he haven't fought. But other than that, and other than Tank Ryan, why didn't Ryan fight him his last fight?
Yeah, Ryan was in negotiations with him.
He didn't fight him, so obviously that tell you something. But other than Tank,
crazy, right? He didn't fight Tevin, who's fighting in Ghana, but he fought Emmanuel Tago, who's born in Ghana.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, that's gonna do a lot. Like you can't take anybody else's that's 38 that's gonna take that tough of a fight. I've been off 2.5 years, so I mean, I wanted something that's real daring. Like I mean, I think it's gonna be real good after I get this win because you don't really see too many guys my age could barely even beat a C-class fighter. Tevin that's a difficult opponent to fight. Like, I mean, obviously, or him and Ryan would have been a big fight, but Ryan didn't take it. So,
excuse me, we got Rue. We went to Rue. Steve in the UK says, hey, champ, thanks for coming on the show. Are you and James DeGale in any way related? You do look like James DeGale.
I hear I look like so many people. It's ridiculous. But no, not that I know of. Maybe we need to do some kind of DNA test or something.
He says, you and him could have been separated from birth. You look so much alike. Good luck in Ghana, Steve in the UK.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Man, so any sparring partners yet, or is that part of camp not begun?
Oh, yeah, I already been sparring. Yeah, definitely.
How many rounds you at already?
I could fight. I put it like this. I could fight now.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely. See, like we talked about the last show, I'm a biter. I don't do a lot of barking, but I bite. Even though, I ain't scared to talk my shit or whatever, but I'm saying I'm working. Like I say, I'm now morphing back into the fighter, so it is gonna be stuff where people could watch me train and this and that, starting this week actually. And that shit, I'm sure boxing scene y'all gonna be posting some stuff as well. So
yeah, man, I'm excited, man, but I am worried that Tevin's dialed in. I feel like you picked a guy that's been training for a while. Like before we even heard that you and him was a thing, he had already been training, talking about Mr. Two-Time. I'm coming back.
Right.
So I just hope that you're going into that fight knowing.
Oh yeah,
he ready.
But see, I don't care because, like Mike Tyson said, what he say, everything, all chances.
Everything changed to get punched in the face.
Like
everybody got a plan to get punched in the face.
That's why I wanted to fight because he coming to win like me, but he fighting a different kind of dude. He's his own trainer. I didn't go into his interview, but he even said it. Like we never seen nobody like him, which is true. Like he not fighting a dude he fighting another guy that got defense, that got power, speed, confidence. I mean, that's really why we fighting. We want to put on some fire. We don't want this show to. I mean, if I had to fought somebody like, we wouldn't have Sprite. They like the matchup and the bravery that we was willing to go over there and fight, and that we both free agents where they don't have to deal with, certain politics of boxing and what's already going on. This is like a new thing to them. So, yeah, definitely. Nah, I'm locked in for sure. Y'all to see.
So you've never been back to the motherland, right? This is your first trip? Man, this is crazy. Yeah. I know. I want to go too, man. I do.
Yeah, I'm hoping y'all could come out.
This is crazy, man. I can't even believe it. I'm telling you, I've been in this sport all these years. I've never seen Sprite, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, nobody get involved like that of that level other than the ones we've mentioned, liquor, Chivas, Regal, Budweiser, Tecate, Hennessy, Corona. Right. But those are like adult beverages. Like this is mainstream. It's so official, man. I love it. But I think those are all the questions from the people. I don't know, Danny, you got any more?
Nah, champ. I think you hit them all.
Let me double check on what's it called? Man,
YouTube.
Yes,
Members.
YouTube members, check in. If you haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up button. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. It's going to put this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans, letting them know that Mickey Bey is not only announcing the fight, but letting us know he is rocking out with Sprite, which is an amazing thing for us as boxing fans. We got KDDR on YouTube members that says, shout out to you and Tevin Farmer for putting on this event. With yourself getting your feet into the game more as a promoter or businessman and backing and supporting you got for this event, like the backing of Sprite, are you interested in signing big time mainstream fighters that might be free agents like Tank Davis?
Yup.
You talk to Tank.
No, I ain't talking.
Oh, I'm about to say.
I put it to you like this, though. I would love to
work with him.
You know, I ain't buy no more than I can chew, but I'll tell you this: like, if I got anything to do with helping fighters like that, you better believe I'm a tear the bank door down. Like, you better believe that check gonna be enormous because it's guys like that shouldn't have to go through what they going through. Like,
how easy or difficult you think it would be for you to be like, yo, I talked to Tank and he's free. We could do something with
I'm gonna
him.
be honest with you, man. I got a good niche when it come to business and getting along with people and getting deals done. Like, I think if I get an opportunity, I can have a shot at anybody or a lot of guys, because I understand fighters, and I've been in even a way worse situation than guys like him with the same company, ironically.
Right.
So, I understand, and I wouldn't want to see somebody. That's just crazy to me. A dude that's that big as Tank, that good and that big. Like, Tank is, when he fight, people tuning in, like all of the celebrities and stuff like that. They shouldn't have to be talking about the stuff that they talking about. It shouldn't even be happening.
Absolutely, man. But just to build off his question, like, do you think you can leverage these new sponsorships and relationships into you and your brother becoming powerhouse promoters and like he said, signing other guys? Maybe not Tank, but or is that in the plans, or is it just the fight for right now? We'll get through with this and then we'll worry about whatever.
Once
can be
I'm
next.
done, I'm all, see, this is my fun. Like, I dudes go to club. After I fight, I'm gonna be locked in on the business because that's what I enjoy doing anyway. So, of course, we gotta kind of crawl before we walk. But like I say, the same partners that I'm dealing with now, is no reason why we can't sit down and
continue doing
it's
business.
other guys like we mentioned. I
want to know, has the phone rang because, like, again, I'm excited.
Been ringing a lot all over the world.
What's the biggest person that hit you up like, yo, y'all doing this fight in Ghana with Sprite?
Big people, like literally huge. Some of the best top. It's been some pound for pounders.
Give us some names.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Ain't nobody gonna be mad that they was congratulating you. They just saying good work. You locked in a big sponsor.
See, my partners talk to a couple, so I don't want to misquote who it is, and they be like, "Oh, why you say that?" But
you say who called you.
I'm gonna tell you this though. With me, it kind of been like it just been dudes like, damn, kind of like more like damn. Like,
no Floyd ain't like, hey, Bey. Sprite? Really, champ? Ghana?
Floyd ain't that kind of dude. He ain't gonna give you that.
Ellerby?
Nah, they ain't gonna. Like I said,
Bill.
Well, he might just find out now if he if he because we kind of had to keep it confidential a little bit. But like I say, they family. I love to get Devin a Sprite deal or something like that. But people don't know how I operate. Like, they got to really know who I know, what, all that kind of stuff. Like, because sometimes I'll even learn that I got to quit being so humble. Honestly, that might sound crazy, but in this game, you can't be. Because that really killed me for a lot of years, sitting back and just imagine I didn't get a chance to get that pay-per-view status like Tank. I was a champion, but by me being too laid back and humble, it was easy for me to fall under that Mayweather thing, and my situation was 50 times worse. Not to get back on that, but like I say,
excuse me.
You know, like I say, I'm going into this how Don King came in the game, but being, you know, I ain't gonna talk down on him. I'm gonna say being more fair because I understand fighters, and Al Heyman, where Al changed the game when he came in, he forced everybody to pull it to cut them checks. They couldn't come when he came in the game where he was paying. It forced Eddie Hearn to say, all right, I got to give these kind of deals out to get fighters because Al was bringing that. That's why a lot of people really had a problem with him.
Yep.
And, you know, but yeah, like I say, I'm, you know, I got a relationship with Top Rank with different promoters with, so, you know, who knows? Like, but you know, I'm just in this to do something to make the sport better and make it easier to make fights and stop. It need to stop being, oh, all right, I'll put it to you like this. A lot of promoters going about this like it's gang territory.
Yup.
Like, oh, nah. Like, you know, they want to keep it. Whatever they get, they going to do this. Mm-hmm. And they want to keep it to themselves, and they not going to want to say, man, yes, just go ahead and share this to, you know. But at the same time, me and Tevin showing that the fighters could get together and say, look, that's both. You go to your promoter, I go to mine. Let's make it happen. It can happen easy, and that's what me and Tevin wanted to prove. Even though we both free agents and we not signed, anybody could fight. Like if they really go to each other and say, "Man, let's make this happen." You tell your promoter this, I tell.
And
them
you
that.
guys got it done so quick. It feels like
It does.
It
feel
was
like
less than
easy.
2 weeks since we had you on the show, and it's
Yeah.
just like boom, 10 days, 14 days
'cause
later.
we've been working on it for maybe, which is still quick, a couple months to get something done to this magnitude.
Absolutely.
But, we kind of agreed mutually. We did a handshake deal to fight each other. Maybe when we first.
But
started
when you
talking
came
about
in here, you was like, I don't know if Tevin gonna accept. So had you already reached out to him? Because then he zoomed in. So like, had you already been?
Yeah, but that wasn't 2 weeks. Like I know it may seem like that was probably like a month and a half ago, though.
Really?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a minute ago.
Yeah, 'cause
When you first came in,
That's how I told
think
you.
about
so
it.
I've been
Think about it.
training.
You just moved out here. It's been what
going on 3 weeks Thursday.
3 weeks tomorrow. That was before that. We was still in the other studio.
What you mean? Oh, in the back room.
Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely. For sure. Yep. Because I remember we was looking at Tevin because they had the monitor
you're right.
there.
You're right. Tevin was on this monitor. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. So all right.
So wait. So that day that you came in, you didn't have an opponent. You just had this whole deal.
No, we agreed.
Oh,
we didn't
okay.
know where because you know the big promoter still wanted to fight, but I'm kind of like, dang. What
Can
if
you?
we do
All
this
right,
on
they
our
ain't
own?
getting it. Give us who was interested. They not getting it no more.
Oh, we could have done it with Eddie Hearn.
Oh, wow.
Probably, I'm sure Pro Bellum. You know, even like a Top Rank or something. You know, but we kind of held our horses because we like, man, we both businessmen just outside of boxing. Like, you know, he do his thing and I do mine. And so we like, you know what? When he kind of heard people saying we'd be a good fight. And I agree, like, shit, I'm with it. Like, I think I could beat him, right? Because people was talking about him and Devin. And I'm like, nah, I could beat a dude like that. I don't think he ready for Devin. So he come out like, oh, hold on, I got a challenge. Like, people ain't been calling me out. Like, so somehow I talked to his cousin. And his cousin, like, you sure? Like, you in? Like, you want to fight? Like, shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm 1,000,000% committed. Like, let's do it. So this was like in a minute ago. Like, you know, I was still training, but like I say, I've been in the gym for a minute now because like you said, that was a month and a half ago.
Right, at least.
I just want to give you credit on the shirts too because that's a thing of the past. Like we just got some shirts from Top Rank, from Frank Steyer, from Manny Pacquiao, and like Marquez and Bernard and I don't know Pavlik. But that used to be something that they did all the time. You know, you announce a fight and there's shirts available for that fight. The fight poster is a shirt. So just credit to you and Tevin for bringing something back.
Oh, thanks, because that's our goal too, to be honest.
And it's free promotion. Everybody that wears the shirts, letting everybody know that there's a fight. Like, it's so intelligent.
Absolutely.
And it's something that they just stopped doing.
I'm gonna tell you this: what I love about this, and this will make it fun, is the fact that we don't have a boss.
Yeah. So you do anything.
We could do anything. We don't have to, hold on, y'all got to do this at this time, y'all. So I kind of have to promote, me being one of the promoters.
Yeah.
But I don't want people to slip and think I ain't training.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I'm getting it in.
I mean,
for sure.
shit, regardless of
they
what
gonna
people
think that anyway.
Regardless of what people think, y'all got to get in there, when it's all said and done, May 21st.
But at the same time, we got to promote it because
of course.
if we want this to excel after this, we gotta still do
absolutely.
our thing. So he actually is helping with a lot of things too. So I mean, he got some things on the table too. So we all three of us worked on this together. Like, we tirelessly too. So we get our hours in on the training, but other than that, like I say, instead of watching movies or watching TV, we literally working like on this fight. Like, oh, we gotta do this, bam, bam. We gotta come to Boxing Voice. We gotta do this, and we understand that's a part of the game too. So
yeah, I spoke to his manager, man. We trying to fly Tevin out, so definitely if they confirm, I need you back up in here to do a face off.
Oh man,
but I got a couple
100%.
more. We got Brandon Lenz in Houston. He says, if you could only eat one food to lean out during your camp, what would the food be? What food would you choose? See, he's really into bodybuilding.
Right.
So he wants to lean out. He wants to get a little bit thinner, but still, not lose so much mass.
He's saying what kind of food? Like,
yeah, what
meat
food
or what?
would you eat during your camp if you wanted to lean out? What would you choose?
Like during, yeah.
Well, one thing I could say mainly is I would, on this plate, it should be mostly green. Like, if he eat any type of meat, number one, it should be grilled. And the rest of the plate should be mostly with some all healthy stuff and drinking a lot of water. I would drink a lot of water and
do you eat red meat during camp? Because they say it's harder to digest.
Really.
How is it for you?
I haven't ate red meat. The only red meat I eat here and there is like lamb chops and lamb. That's
so
it.
During camp, are you like salmon?
Well,
fish?
I never had a problem making weight.
No, I know. I'm just asking your foods.
Just
salmon, fish. What are you eating, or is it
much.
chicken?
Like, I ate all seafood for I think I was 3-4 years. I just started back eating since I'm fighting, and I'm a little older. I kind of incorporated again because I do feel a little stronger with lamb, and it's nothing wrong with meat. It's really just fried in the grease that you cook it with is the main thing. Because you can use even different oils like grapeseed oil and olive oil.
I used to use coconut oil.
Yeah, all of that is better than it's really what you cook it in as well that make it worse than the actual meat is not even that.
Well, they say most fighters say it's harder for them to digest. Like, I guess to use the bathroom after you eat that shit to get it up out of
they
you.
probably eating too much. That's why I say you got to eat a lot of greens with it, and then it's probably easy.
Especially because those greens gonna help you digest.
Yeah, it's gonna help you digesting it.
Get
now,
that
if you
up out
eat
of
too much meat and then you only eating a little bit of, then probably that way. But yeah, if I was him, a lot of water, a lot of green and whole foods, and even some raw foods. Honestly.
I got Justin in Milwaukee that says, how do you feel about the situation of mental health in boxing from the social media aspect, more than from an aspect of the brain damage and cutting weight? So basically, like, the attacks that you guys get on social media, because you're so popular, you get so many comments, those comments can affect you. How do you feel?
That's a big thing, to be honest. That's something that I was thinking about providing help as well. I talked to a couple people that work in that field. I think a lot of fighters go through that. See, me, it didn't never bother me, but like I say, I shut all my social media down because I'm like, man, I ain't even about to pay attention to it. But the crazy thing is, it's hard to do that because really you just got to ignore it. But at the same time, fighters feel like they supposed to be tough. So tough that they don't know how to
express their feelings.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Fighters, it take a toll on you. Boxing can be depressing just in itself, the camps, because it's like you know, you kind of like in monk mode, you know. Think about it. You kind of bipolar being a fighter. Like right now, I'm cool as hell with y'all. Now just imagine I got to go in the ring and
fight.
Think like that ain't really that. No, that's kind of like bipolar in itself. Like the fact that we sitting here chilling, and the fact that I can just switch and then put on the switch and be in there rumbling. Like that's kind of like weird.
No, for
like,
sure. It's funny you said that because Sunday we had Sebastian Fundora sitting right there. After his win over Lubin, and it was like, I just watched you last night get dropped, drop Lubin, crazy ass fight, and you sitting here like super nice and like kind. Yo, like not even
Whole family was there. It was amazing.
That was probably like the kindest fighter I've ever interacted with. I'm looking at him just
and the Stone Cold Killer in the ring.
Right.
See, that's what people don't realize, because people say, man, why you ain't say this, or why you ain't. Like, man, I'm cool as hell as a person, but when it comes to fighting, I'm a maniac. So I it ain't no in between with me. So people say, but that's all right. Look at when you look at them psychopathic people, like you know, like them. I not by no means I ain't comparing people to serial
Son of
killers.
Sam.
But look at when you look at them movies and you never think it's the killer when you just see him. They gotta discover him because they not finna let you know that they not finna do all this talking and this and that, but they'd be the most psychopathic person when you hear like, damn, it was him, the dude that was chilling. And so, you know, that's kind of probably how Fundora is, but that's like myself. I'm like, yeah, I talk some shit and entertain, but like when it come to fighting, I'm a maniac. That's why I'm fighting Tevin, because what's the worst that could happen? I don't care. Like, shit, I want this shit to be I mean, of course, I'm defense first, but I'm saying it ain't nothing that can happen to me I'm worried about. Like, I don't see no worry. I'm gonna have a ball in there.
But isn't that too? I mean, can't that be detrimental? Because it could be taken as you're overlooking Tevin, like you're not worried about him.
No, see, that's why I picked him, because I knew that he might overlook me, and people might say, "Oh, he," you know, I don't think Tevin is overlooking me, but in his eyes, he probably like, man, this dude. He close to 40, but this what I like. I like having my back against the wall, and I tested myself all my life for moments like this to where I never turned down wreck. Like, even if it was on the streets, it's times dudes woke me up out my sleep. Like, man, this dude said he could beat you at 2 a.m. I fought dudes in my drawers, like literally. Where they like, man, this dude said that he could beat you.
Now, Mick, you couldn't take an extra 5 seconds to throw some shorts on, bro? You had a fight in your drawers?
Man, listen, I came straight outside.
What?
And smashed.
Who won what?
It ain't matter the size, none of that. Like
this is your time in Ohio?
Yeah, like because a lot of dudes, I fought a lot in the streets because I had a big name and a lot of dudes
wanted to test me,
but
right.
I destroyed every last one. Like, never lost a street fight, but I never had an enemy outside of, it was just like a challenge. Like, man, like this dude, he don't look like this, look like that. But with me, I never talked. I was always the one to swing first. Like, you step in my space. So to me, like you mentioned Fundora, man, this dude's that, I mean, I'm about action. Like, I'd rather see that than dudes talk all day and they get in there and they running or they freeze up or they choking. They don't want to fight. You so hood and you so this and that, but you don't want to fight. To me, the Ukrainians and stuff act more hood than they'd fight anybody. These little so-called, I'm from this hood, that hood. Like, yeah, I'm from deep in the hood, but, when it comes to boxing, to me, a lot of fighters now are acting like they don't want to fight certain guys. So I don't know where that came from. Like, you get the Ukrainians and the guys from these different countries, they'd fight anybody.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, Muhammad Ali has that infamous quote, man, you're making this a business, man. And I think everyone is at this point, right? It's about the money. See, you and Tevin are facing each other and it's two, top level fighters because you're split on the money. There wasn't an issue. It's 50-50.
Right.
Some of these guys don't feel comfortable, going into a 50-50 fight if the money ain't 50-50.
Yeah, man.
If you got an opportunity at losing, you want to make sure you're getting paid to lose is what kind of what I've gotten from most fighters typically. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they'll take a tough fight as long as they're getting paid for it.
Yeah, as long as it's a bag on the like. See, this where you got to humble yourself and think about where you came from. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, it's times to where I had to really go back and think. Like, all right, I'm from Cleveland, which is the poorest big city in America, over 100,000 people, the poorest one. So
is it the poorest or is it
usually
Detroit?
Cleveland and Detroit.
I was about to say, is it Detroit?
1 year to be Detroit, 1 year to be Cleveland, but it's right next door, so it's like the same. Mm-hmm. But Detroit is bigger, so. But I look at it like this, like, dang, I took fights like so low at times from just because that was what I thought of. I'm like, man, your average working, you kind of spitting in your. All right, who support boxing? Average working people, right? Mm-hmm. So when you say this ain't no money, the people that's buying your fight might only be making 30 grand a year. So if you get an offer, it don't even have to be 50-50. If you get in the bag, you got to look at where you came from. If you from the streets, if you from Chicago, New Jersey, Ohio, or Oakland, or New Orleans, wherever, right? Imagine you ask the average street dude there, man, I give you 15,000 a box this cat. What you think they gonna say?
They gonna do it in the street with no headgear in jeans.
So I always had that mentality. But sometimes that played against me because, oh, hold on, now these dudes just trying to fuck me too bad. I can't keep taking this shit. So now that this is the very end of my career, I gotta get what I deserve. It's fights where I got like robbed, like, so like I say, when I hear Tank, I know what he's saying. Like, I ain't gonna get into it, but dudes that take advantage, like, it's just crazy. It's just a crazy game. Like,
I got one more. It came in from Rizzy, who says, have you heard from Darren Cunningham since the last show?
Nah, I heard from somebody around him. Like, ain't no problem, man. He young. Like, it's stuff that I don't take it personal. Like, if me and Darren seen each other right now, we probably laugh and talk. Like, Darren, like,
I don't know. Devin was asking because Devin seen the interview. We was in Bones Adams' gym, and Devin was like, "You really want to fight?"
Man, listen,
he asked him.
Yeah, obviously that's why Devin said that, but he ain't, DC, DC literally, he know that he is like a kid to me. Like, you been around, like, Darren, but Darren himself know, like, I ain't no dude just finna come out on here and say it, but I don't take it no kind of way. I'm older than him. I got to be the mature one. He young, and I've been in situations where when I was young, I could think now, and I'd be like, damn, I shouldn't have did or said that. So I ain't gonna go off or say nothing about him no more.
I feel like Devin made it seem like it was a bad idea, right? Because he's like, at what weight? Like,
he know the fight ain't. That probably was just something he was saying. We not even.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like his tone of voice made Darren and other people like myself feel like, bro, you really want to fight him? At what weight would you even fight him?
No, I think that was more like him saying that, like, man, he, like, you got to think, miscommunication, sometimes stuff happen. Like, people don't understand, like, when you treat somebody a certain way and you need your own space, that might feel like but you don't know what the other person going through, like I say. So I don't, it ain't nothing to, like, DC, DC know, man, he know what it is. So
yeah, I remember that day they didn't even know that you were fighting. I'm like, yo, y'all know he got to fight. Like,
well, he won 22, so by him. No.
I'm talking about the gym didn't know that you had to fight. So I told Coach Rodney, Bill,
you
Devin.
talking about with Farmer?
Yeah, they didn't know.
It was the day it got announced.
Yeah.
It was the day it got announced.
Well,
so
they
like,
was hearing about it. They didn't know. No, we kept it secret until it formally came out. Like, because Devin even, he loved to fight because he like, damn. Because that's when Eddie was like, oh, I like that fight. He like, you want to fight him and this, that? Like, I'm like, yeah. Like, so, yeah, Devin always, bless you. Devin,
excuse me. Thank you.
Devin always liked that fight.
Right.
He was like, man, I like that fight. Because he know that I wanted to get a couple more fights in. Like, when I'm working with them, I believe to put them first. Like, it's about them. So I just want to knock my last couple out and just ride off into the sunset. I'm cool with chilling and taking the back seat as far as the attention and all of that. That's what you got to be able to do. Like, you got to be able to have a top fighter and put the engine behind them. I'd rather do that, like
Yeah.
an Al Heyman or one of them, like, and just chill and. But as far as even me saying Al's do stuff that he not doing either, like, you know, he paying people great, but everybody got holes in their game. But you got to know how to have a guy like a Tank and let him flourish on who he is and give him some freedom and let him get his shine and be. But as fighters, some fighters are so competitive, and that's what made them great. It's hard to separate the two, so it might not be purposely, but it's like, you know, and that's what I know I'm able to do. I'm able to go to bat. I can say, all right, come on, Dad, like, shit, you know, even though, you know, his dad does his business, but I'm just making an example. If I'm talking to Nike, I'm gonna go all the way to bat. I'm gonna knock it out the park for Devin. I ain't gonna do something mediocre just because it's not myself. Like, if I get him a deal, you know, that's open up a whole nother outlet. I'd rather help 20 people is better than one. That'd make boxing better if there's more stars and there's more.
No, of course,
Don't
of
you
course,
think?
of
Yup.
course, of course.
Yup.
Of course. But Ness, we got more questions on members.
That's it,
okay.
man. So
Okay.
we're gonna go ahead and take this picture with Mickey Bey. We'll be right back. Don't forget to tell a friend. We just had Mickey Bey, big fight in Ghana. Sprite is part of it.
And we gotta
Some
have a boxing
big-
voice out there, man. So
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're working on it. We got some big artists that's going to be a part of this. You don't want to miss. It's going to be an entire 7-day week of festivities, music, and then we're going to finish it off with some championship boxing. Tune in right here, youtube.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We'll be right back.
For the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.